This business meeting of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee will come to order. The bipartisan bills and resolutions we will be marking up reflect the priorities and hard work of many members of this committee, and I want to thank the ranking member and his staff for working with us to build today's agenda. I have a few items to bring to your attention up front. First, there have been requests for holdovers on S.J. Res. 10, S65, S1061, S-Res 154, and all of the nominations on the agenda. And so I, as always, will honor that. We will take up the nominations, however, along with S65 and S1061 on Thursday, which is the next scheduled business meeting. With regard to S.J. Res. 10, I understand that some members of the committee are seeking additional information on the repeal of the 2002 AUMF. I'm willing to work with those members to ensure that they get answers to their questions. To that end, my staff and I are available to engage on this critical matter and, if needed, to facilitate discussions with the administration, and I urge those members who are interested to take advantage of that offer. The administration has already issued a formal statement of administration policy, or SAP, supporting repeal of the 2002 AUMF. Nonetheless, I am planning a members' briefing for the beginning of the July work period, so we will all have an opportunity to hear directly from the administration and to question State and Defense Department officials concerning the proposed repeal. We'll continue to work with Senators Kaine, Young, and others, and with the ranking member to get a markup agenda soon thereafter. Finally, I also want to mention one item that we will not be marking up today, but that is a priority for the ranking member and myself, and that is a global health bill. We are working on finalizing bill text for introduction this week, and we have agreed that we will be marking up the bill in the July work period. We look forward to sharing text with all of you as soon as it is ready and to move forward with a strong committee product. Turning to the legislative items on our agenda, as you have heard me say before, I believe the only way for this committee to be truly relevant is to be legislating on the important issues of our time, and this agenda reflects many of those issues. Let me highlight a few of them. I'd like to commend Senator Cardin for his leadership on two very important pieces of legislation on the agenda today: the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability and Reauthorization Act and the Combating Global Corruption Act. This committee must address the challenges of human rights violations and the scourge of corruption around the world, and I look forward to moving both bills out of the committee. I have two bills on today's agenda that are priorities for me, and I appreciate in particular Senator Rubio's co-sponsorship on both items. The Renacer Act recognizes the need for U.S. government to send a clear message to the Ortega regime, which is unleashing authoritarianism in a way that we have not witnessed in our hemisphere for decades. In a good news story, the Greek defense bill is a recognition of the strong bilateral relationship between the U.S. and Greece. It would bolster support for Greek military modernization and increase multilateral engagement among Cyprus, Greece, Israel, and the United States. I hope that both items receive strong support from the committee. Finally, I'd also note that we have two important resolutions on the agenda, including in relation to two unlawfully detained American citizens in Russia, Paul Whelan and Trevor Reed. And I look forward to a unanimous support on those. With that, I recognize the distinguished ranking member for his remarks. Senator Grisham.